Thank you for tuning in, everyone. This is Charlene live on the radio, broadcasting out of Salt Lake City, Utah on 99.1 FM. And if you're tuned in online, YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter, thank you for joining me today on LinkedIn or all the social media platforms, wherever you are in the world. Welcome to the show. It's a selling day on the blockchain. Bitcoin is screeching upwards to its all-time highs again in the 66,000 range. We have been teeter-tottering somewhere around 66,000 US dollars for one Bitcoin. If you have the Bitcoin and you're a trader, it's definitely a selling day on the blockchain. Now there are so many cryptocurrencies, and let's see what the coin market cap is going to tell us about this topic today. We have somewhere close to 14,000 different crypto coins published here on market cap, 13,795 right now. On the other exchange that I don't know if it's an exchange or just a tracking service, an online service, Nomics. They've got the number of cryptocurrencies currently minted out there in the 25,400 range. That means, folks, there are 25,400 different crypto coins and tokens out on the marketplace. I think there's just about 13 or 12,000 being traded actively. So you can get in right now and mint your own coin. Think about how many businesses are listed, how many restaurants are listed. There is not a limit to the number of cryptocurrency coins that can be minted, and you could mint your own. To learn how to do that, make sure you join me, Charlene, at the Utah Bitcoin and Technology Summit coming up on April 22nd at Utah Valley University. UVU is right there on I-15 in Utah County, a little bit south of Salt Lake City, but right there if you have driven on I-15, you cannot miss UVU, Utah Valley University. They are one of the leading, actually the most populated or the highest registered student population for a university in Utah. People from all over the world, all countries, class, race, color, attend this university. And guess what, folks? We're going to be launching and starting the new cryptocurrency, the new Bitcoin Basics class at UVU. And that's going to start on January. But the Bitcoin Summit and Technology Summit, that's going to be April 22nd. So I want you to remember these dates, but go now and register. Get the early bird special, 2-for-1 tickets to the Utah Bitcoin and Technology Summit. The website to register is utahbitcoinsummit.com. So register now and get your tickets early, 2-for-1 tickets. If you text me, if you're registering, then you text me, I'll give you an extra ticket to bring along a friend. Well, particularly, I like for you to bring your banker and your broker, because they really need to get in the cryptocurrency space. They have been lagging behind, and we really need to bring the traditional financial institutions along with us. Today, the topic I want to introduce to you is the trickle up economy. Nobody's talking about this new economy that's really trickling up. And what I mean is the amount of people or the amount of value in the cryptocurrency marketplace is a little over $3 trillion today. $3.07 trillion is the market cap, global market cap, in the Bitcoin and cryptocurrency space. Now, why am I talking about this trickle up economy? Is because the ownership, if you talk about a $3 trillion marketplace, who owns all of that? What we're seeing, folks, is that the ownership of the Bitcoin is being spread out across regular people. So when you look at I'm looking at Bitcoin treasuries to see the list of publicly traded companies that actually have some Bitcoin in their portfolio that they make available to their shareholders, or if they're a holding company or something like that. So the total value in that space is less than what is it, 6 point something percent right now. Let me scroll down to the bottom here. It's 6.92% of the total distributed Bitcoin that are out there. Less than 7% is owned by the 1%er. So for the first time, we're flipping the script on the wealth generation, whereas cryptocurrency is creating more trickle up wealth. And this is completely new money. It's completely new economies. We're generating and adding to the wealth of our nations, of our people. But the point of the matter is 95% of, let's say 94%, 93%, anywhere close to there. Let's go with 93% of the wealth in the cryptocurrency marketplace is owned by collectively the general individuals, collectively people here and there, and this spreads across the whole wealth spectrum. So from poor people owning $25 in Bitcoin, which you can get your own $25 free Bitcoin, there is a way to get free Bitcoins. There are still some cryptocurrency wallets that are offering free Bitcoin. So I want to airdrop $25 in free Bitcoin to anyone who is listening. To get your $25 in free Bitcoin, you've got to text me. This is Charlene on the radio. And here's the number, folks. If you want that $25 in free Bitcoin, it's 801-299-9105. Become a recipient of this trickle up economy. The trickle up economy, I'm coining that term if it has not already been coined, but you heard about it first here with me, Charlene, on the radio. We have, for the first time in history, where the wealth is not being created at the top, folks. The wealth is being created somewhere in the middle, somewhere below the middle, and all the way up. But the problem with getting access to the Bitcoin and trying to gain wealth in the new marketplace, a digital currency marketplace, is that you're going to have to find these crypto coins. And the way the Bitcoin works is that you don't have Bitcoins sitting on the shelf like, a can of beans or a can of tuna. The Bitcoin, as soon as a Bitcoin is minted, someone owns that Bitcoin. And to be able to get any Bitcoins or to buy Bitcoins, someone have to be willing to let those Bitcoins go. Someone has to be willing to sell in order for you to buy. And today is really showcasing to us the movement in the cryptocurrency marketplace and the upward movement in the Bitcoin pricing at 65,900 US dollars to one Bitcoin. What we're seeing, folks, is that there is not that much Bitcoins available for selling. I said earlier that it's a selling day. Now, if it was a stock, it would be a selling day, but people cannot find enough Bitcoins to buy because no one's really selling. They're holding on to their Bitcoins because it's not something you can readily just go and pick up off a shelf or pull up to the gas station and fill up your tank. No, someone has to let it go in order for you to catch on to it. And that's the problem with the cryptocurrency marketplace. It's very limited. It's not a problem, really. It's a solution, because when you think of the dollar bills being printed, if you run out of the government run out of dollar bills, they just go and print more. With the Bitcoin, there's a limit of, what's the limit? 21 million. So we're right now, let's see where we're at. In terms of the Bitcoin, we are at 18,867,606 Bitcoins as of this moment. So with 21 million being the cap, and we're already close to 19 million, this next 2 million Bitcoins being minted or being mined is really going to drive the price point up. So whether or not you think that Bitcoin is fake or it's it's just a blimp in the trajectory of history, it really isn't, folks. As we get closer and closer to that 21 million Bitcoins being minted, that's where the price is accelerating. And we're seeing that in a few days, just today alone, we're up 7% in valuation in purchasing price and purchasing power in the Bitcoin space. Now, let me back up and bring you all home here. This trickle up economy, what it's doing, it's creating more millionaires and billionaires by the day. At the same time, it's also creating more thousandaires, more 10,000aires, more 100,000aires. So people who had, say, the $25 in free Bitcoin that I handed out a few weeks ago. Let's see what the, not the 7-day average is, but the monthly average. If you had gotten that $25 a month ago, you would have been up like 30%, 50% in your Bitcoin holdings. That means a $25 giveaway today in just 30 days could be $50, $60. By the end of the year, that $25 could turn into $100. So I'm just trying to show you what the numbers are telling us here. I'm not making this up, folks. The Bitcoin is at nearly what is it's bobbling around $66,000 today for one Bitcoin. So this trickle up economy is really taking place right before my eyes right now. I'm seeing some of these crypto coins in just from a 24-hour span, they're up 500%. Some of the new coins, some of the coins that are gaining momentum. It's not just the Bitcoin, but to get your $25 in Bitcoin, courtesy of one of my sponsors, you've got to text me. This is Charlene on the radio, and my number is 801-299-9105. Now, what's going to happen if you text me and your number's in my phone? I'm going to text you back a link that you download a wallet. And a wallet is really like your account, like a bank account, but it stores a digital currency in it. And it's like having a credit card in your wallet, except it's an online digital representation of that account. And this, you download the wallet courtesy of the sponsor that I will send you, and you do what they tell you to do. You hook it up to your bank account, whatever, and they will top you up with $25 extra in Bitcoin. They're not just going to give you $25 cash. They're actually going to give you $25 worth of Bitcoins. This is a little bit of Satoshis in your pocket. This is real salt, folks. This is not just the flavor. It's not just the scent or the hint of the Bitcoin. It's actually a fraction of Bitcoin worth $25 at the current time. Now, what you're going to do is you're going to watch that $25. If you want to top it up, go right ahead. But you're going to watch that $25 gain value in a very short time, because I'm telling you, people that I was giving $25 to on my show a month or 2 months ago, those people are now seeing that money double. And so it depends on the time you get in. Timing is everything. But when you talk, some people ask me, Charlene, am I too late for the Bitcoin? Did I miss the boat on the Bitcoin? Let me explain it this way. You know what a marathon is? A marathon is running, what is it, 26 miles, 26 point something miles. Don't ask me the exact amount. So you're running a 26-mile marathon or a 10K or whatever you want to liken it to. But let's say 26, because that's closer to the 21 million in the Bitcoin space of maximum supply of Bitcoin ever to be made. Now, we're only 1 mile, folks, in the adoption of cryptocurrency. We're only in the first mile of the marathon. So we still have 25 miles to go before we actually hit any kind of ceiling on or let's say as you keep running the marathon, you keep probably getting more tired and more dreary or whatever. But the momentum in the cryptocurrency space, the momentum in the Bitcoin space, we're at the first mile. You haven't broken a sweat as yet. You're still feeling like, I've got this. I'm going to win. I'm going to take down all these competitors. We're just in the first mile of this 26-mile marathon. That's where we are in the cryptocurrency marketplace. Now, we're going to be starting a class at UVU, Utah Valley University, teaching the basics of blockchain, the basics of Bitcoin. And no, I'm not going to be telling you which crypto coins to buy and which crypto coins to sell. That's not what my show is about. My show is about letting you know there's something out there that you need to pay attention to. What it is, it's the Bitcoin, it's the cryptocurrency, it's the blockchain technology that's going to be running every aspect of our lives. You talk about your job. If your company is not migrating already, doesn't have a pinky toe in the blockchain door, they're not ready, guys, for what's coming. You're going to find that yourself, you go to your work one day and it doesn't exist anymore. They cannot operate in the new space if they don't get ahead of it. We're talking about Y2K all over again. Yes, we're talking a Web 3.0 is another name for the blockchain technology, where everything you do is going to be on the blockchain. Your resume, your kind of similar to your credit score. Everything about you will be on the blockchain. Everything about me is already out there. You guys know that. But think about yourself. How do you interact with the internet? It's going to completely change, folks. Instead of companies paying advertisers to get your information to advertise to you, advertisers will be paying you for looking at their ads. This whole marketing and advertising spectrum is going to be flipped. That whole script is already being flipped, because you have a browser now that tracks your let's say your online movement, your online relationships, and that browser pays you every time you go to a website. Now, it also pays the person who's creating the website. So if marketers and advertisers want to get to you, they can't just pay the PR company or the advertising agency. They've got to pay you for your own eyeballs and your own time that you spend in front of the screen, whether it's on your phone or your computer, your desktop, laptop, tablet, however you interact online. You can now collect for your time spent online. Think about that, folks. This is what I'm talking about, the trickle up economy. If you're spending a lot of time doing video games and or social media and texting and tweeting, guess what? Advertisers can pay you directly for that time. You can charge for that time. I'm not talking about being an influencer. The influencer phase was just a blip in the whole time scale and the pathway that we're entering in the digital marketplace. Advertisers were paying like celebrities and so-called social media influencers to get access to you because you like these social media sensations and you subscribe to their channels, and they get paid based on how many subscribers and followers they have, that they can post something on their platforms and everybody goes wild. You know, if Kim Kardashian posts something, she's got millions of followers, and you know, all the celebrities and entertainers. Guess what? They're the ones getting the money for your attention. What we're doing with the trickle up economy is we're flipping that all around. And now you get paid for spending the time online, interconnecting with marketing companies, connecting with products and services. You will be paid for that time you spend. So I don't know what celebrities are going to do. I don't know what the Kardashians are going to do when people find out that they don't have to just give away their attention for free. They're going to gravitate to those companies who are actually paying them more per second for their time spent on their brands and looking at their brands and looking at their own websites. And talk about the virtual reality space. If you're not branded in the virtual reality space, if you don't have an NFT of your brand, you're going to be left behind. And that's why, if you have a business, if you have any significant amount of wealth or possibility of creating wealth, you need to come to the Utah Bitcoin Conference. Register now, utahbitcoinconference.com. If you want the 2-for-1 tickets, you got to text me, Charlene, on the radio. Now, here's the number you text. Whether you want the $25 in free Bitcoin or you want free tickets, radio always rewards you. And here I am, your host today with the reward. You guys ready for the number again? It's 801-299-9105. And the topic that I'm trying to actually create I'm a thought leader. I'm trying to make myself a thought leader in the cryptocurrency and the Bitcoin conversation. Now, the thought that I came up with for today is the trickle up economy. Now, this is a new trickle up economy. There might have been trickle up economies before. Like if you had some land and you went and farm your land, you could, grow your wealth that way. If you started digging a hole in your backyard and a black juice popped up out of the ground, you instantly became wealthy because you hit some oil there. Now, if you were also digging a ground and you saw some shiny objects in the soil, you hit there, and that was a trickle up economy. But only a few people were able to participate in such great finds and such accidental wealth. Now I'm talking about an intentional way of creating wealth, and it's creating crypto coins, creating a marketplace for your idea on the blockchain. And I'm not just talking about the Bitcoin. There are over 25,500 cryptocurrencies already out there, coins and tokens being minted that people are trading back and forth and are becoming wealthy overnight. A guy in his garage last night created a crypto coin, put it out there on the blockchain with a great use case for it. And he woke up the next morning a millionaire because someone saw his white paper or saw his crypto coin that he created and felt intrigued by the concept and bought into it. Now, some of these crypto coins, I'm talking about 0.000 to the 21st integer in value. So you're going to take a long time to get to even 1 penny in value. But the thing is, if you put $1,000 on something that's worth less than 100th of a penny, in no time you could become wealthy, because that $1,000 times gazillion fractions is going to add up. And that's what's happening, folks. This is Charlene on the radio with you, talking about the trickle up economy, Bitcoin, cryptocurrency, giving rise to this new trickle up economy, where overnight people are becoming wealthy because they're buying the Shiba coin or the Doge coin or whatever cryptocurrencies are popular out there. But what if you were the creator of those cryptocurrency coins? That's what we're going to be talking about at the Utah Bitcoin Conference.com. That's where you register, UtahBitcoinConference.com. That's coming up April 22nd. If you want 2-for-1 tickets, text me 801-299-9105. Now, I notice more people are texting me for the actual $25 in Bitcoin, because they didn't text me last month when I started giving out my number for the $25 in free Bitcoin, but they're starting to text me now, because today all of a sudden Bitcoin price is in the 65 to 66,000 US dollars for one Bitcoin valuation. So that's why people are texting me today. Now, if you had texted me last week and you got the $25 in free Bitcoins, you know that would have been up, I think it was like 19% over the week, depends on when you got it. But the idea is $25 in Bitcoin today, free Bitcoin today from one of my sponsors, is going to be valued so much in the near future. So don't shy away from accepting this great gift of mine, courtesy of a sponsor. The number for the free Bitcoins, and I'm going to try to enunciate it properly this time, 801-299-9105. Again, 801-299-9105. That's the number if you want the free Bitcoins. It's $25 in free Bitcoins, not $25 cash. $25 cash can buy you probably, a lunch or something, a few Big Macs, some for $1 menu items for a few days. But the $25 is actually deposited as a fraction of a Bitcoin in your wallet when you download this wallet. Now, if you happen to deposit money in these wallets and you buy cryptocurrency, this is just a $25 top up. And that's courtesy of a sponsor. It's an easy way to learn what Bitcoin is, to learn about cryptocurrency, to learn a wallet. Now, I know Apple, if you have an Apple wallet, they're saying you can buy Bitcoin. I think they allow you to buy like 300 or 400 bucks worth of Bitcoin, but they're not giving you any Bitcoins because Apple does not have any Bitcoins in their publicly traded portfolio or publicly disclosed portfolio. Apple, the corporation, owns big zero Bitcoin. Elon Musk owns about 43 Bitcoins. Let me pull that back up here and show and see what the valuation is there. But you have Elon Musk owns Bitcoins. That's with Tesla, MicroStrategy, Coinbase, Bitcoin Group. Some of the traditional, let me see, Riot blockchain. There's a bunch of publicly traded companies here, but I'm not seeing your traditional Apple, Microsoft, Google, Facebook. Not even. I don't even see. Let's see, Twitter or Amazon or any of those companies. They do not have any Bitcoins in their publicly disclosed balance sheets. And I'm wondering what's going on if these companies are not going to get on board. You know what's going to happen, folks? As soon as these major corporations, publicly traded companies, jump on board with the Bitcoin, the valuation is going to skyrocket. Some people are talking about $1 million for one Bitcoin. So if you get $25 in Bitcoin today and it's deposited in your wallet as Bitcoin, in a year when Bitcoin goes to these numbers that are being thrown out in the Bitcoin conversation and the Bitcoin community, can you imagine if that grows to $1 million? You can do the math, folks, and see what that's going to be valued at. I'm just giving away $25 worth as of today. Actually, I'm not giving it away. My sponsor is, but you've got to text me to get that. The number again is 801-299-9105. To get that link to the $25 Bitcoins, you've got to text me 801-299-9105. Now, let me address an issue. So a few weeks ago, when I was giving away the free Bitcoins online, a lot of the listeners who downloaded it, the wallet crashed. And they were put on a waiting list because too many people were going there. So I thought it was because of my greatness in promoting the free Bitcoin that it happened, but it was not. I'll tell you that story next time. But go now and register for the Utah Bitcoin Conference and text me if you want the $25 in Bitcoin. It's a selling day for Bitcoin, not a buying day. But if you have some, you want to hold on to it. This is Charlene on the radio. Here's the number one more time, 801-299-9105. Text me and register now for the Utah Bitcoin Conference.com. Again, 801-299-9105 for $25 in free Bitcoins, courtesy of Charlene on the radio.